where I got to, you were talking about basically people who had worked hard to get a mortgage, and basically they look at people who basically probably have never worked or are in receipt of welfare payments, and they're probably in a much better financial position than somebody who will work, day in, day out, has a mortgage, struggles. So I think that's kind of where
We lost you.
I lost contact with with the connection there.
Yeah, well, that's a pity. Like, you don't expect me to go back at that, do you?
No. Oh, geez. Rural internet is a major problem in this country.
Oh, don't start me on ye lot down in the country or rural things, like, Good God. Always bloody moaning.
Okay, there we go. Another pet peeve of Pat's, the rural people.
Actually,
We're dragging the country down?
No, I wouldn't. No, you don't start now with that bloody thing. I'm not saying that. I know rural Ireland and I know city Ireland. I was born in a part just on the outskirts of Dublin with cattle roaming around the place. And my grandparents and parents were from the countryside, so I know rural Ireland too. But unfortunately about rural Ireland, they've lost their independence. When I was growing up, small town Ireland had its own abattoir, bakeries, creamery, everything like that, right? So it was independent of central government. What you basically, and I used to go down on it as a child on the big truck, the supply truck, each week or whatever like that. My brothers and sisters would too. Great crack, going 30 miles an hour down the N3, if you can see it. But in any case, and we get there eventually. But great, and that was the supply truck. And rural Ireland was different. It wasn't cut off so much, and it was better off being cut off, right? But that was rural Ireland. And now it's a dependency of central government. Fair day is gone. The butchers get their meat from where? They don't slaughter it themselves. The abattoir is gone. The creamery is gone. The little creamery we used to go to. I remember my grandmother's drawn water from the well.
Mm-hmm.
I remember lighting the eye lamps. I remember a fair day. So about rural Ireland and all that, no, I know a bit about it. So all my folks would have come from the country. And just as much as I know about Dublin City, I know the cattle market and the cattle being hired down Knockin Street and so forth like that. And I know places there that it was all country people and all who used to live around these areas. So no, but I'm trying to get people to start thinking. And maybe I have to stand on toes and be, say things that I'm not supposed to, but I'm trying to get people to think. We've done ourselves. We have a beautiful countryside. We had some lovely towns. And by the way, I don't call them villages. I never heard the term village when I was growing up. It was called a town. So we're even losing globalism in even the way we speak, and who we are and what we are. So when I talk about even country, I mean Dublin. To go into the centre city of Dublin now, I don't go in, and I know people won't go in anymore. It's not Dublin City anymore. They destroyed it. You look at O'Connell Street. What was wrong with O'Connell Street? It was an Irish street. But they had to go and Europeanise it. I looked at an old picture of Dublin City today, 1960s, and it looked far more classy than the kip that it is now. And why do we do these things? I mean, you go to Dublin City now, even without this COVID nonsense, right? But don't get me started on that now, right? But there's no seating, there's no public toilets, there's no bloody litter bins. Why? Because we step back from law and order. We've let the minorities of anything take over our city and our countryside. And maybe, I don't know why people aren't talking about this. And maybe I seem strange because I'm a voice in the wilderness or something like that. But look around you. You see, possibly younger people than I don't understand that I can see what we had on both sides, on rural and, we say, cosmopolitan. Yeah? But I can see what we had. I can see that my parents could go window shopping in the night time. Now it's all shuttered and empty. We 5 stories building on O'Connell Street with nobody living in them. And yet we're building these co-living apartment blocks and everything like that. There's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do we want to live in city? Or are we going to keep giving builders and landowners money so that we build these vast, humorless estates on the outskirts of Dublin? And that's what we're going to do. Unless people start saying, no, go into Dublin now and try and find a bloody Jacks, especially with this COVID. Or sorry, maybe with a refined audience, Jacks isn't the appropriate term, is it?
Oh no, I think everyone still knows what a Jax is.
No, I mean, oh no, sorry, I thought you might call them a loo, that type of crap, They call it what we. I mean, we're even losing Irish terms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have to start thinking what we're losing. We're just becoming a bland, globalist unit. Now that's EUUCH. EUNUCH, by the way. I was corrected on that, so I was by somebody a good while back. City and country. I remember going to Galway City, and Gentry were completely different to Dublin. Cork was too, besides their accent, and going on about the rebel county me arse. But completely different. And now they're all the same, bland.
Oh yeah.
Wearing the same clothes, same outlook. It's sad.